we go. All right, much better. All right, Mike hooked up. Welcome back to the front yard in the sun in the nice, beautiful weather we have today for some mobility work. A little stretching, a little movement. Let's start up at the top of our mat. Nice big stretch up. You can goalpost the arms, squeeze the butt, shift your weight to your heels, and reach back. And then let's bring that hand down, rolling, hanging our head, and we can sway side to side. Let's start to walk those hands out into our inchworm. From our inchworm here, toes walk on up, feet to hands. Hang on, I'm just gonna adjust one thing. I feel like the volume's a little loud on the music. I wanna make sure my voice, there we go, is louder. All right, so we've inchwormed up, and then we're gonna inchworm back 5 times. Straight legs, little steps, and little steps with the hands. Really push through those shoulders. And walk it back out for 3. And little steps, straight legs. 4. Straight legs back. Last one. And from here, adjust yourself into a nice downward dog. You can walk out those heels. And then we're gonna reach one ankle over, or reach to one ankle up and across. Left hand to right ankle. And then we're gonna bring our hand back, send our leg up and forward into that low lunge. Take it up into your GSA. You want that knee right over your front foot. We're gonna drop down the back knee and the foot, reaching for that foot, and if we can, bringing it up into a full pretzel. Nice deep breath here. Can release the foot, dig the toe back in, send the hips back up and the hand up. And then the hand that's on the ground here, we're going to bring it up onto our fingertips. See if we can float. And then we're going to spin our arms, reaching that top arm back. Sink the hips down low so you have your knee over your front ankle. Back foot is turned out, and we're going to reach our arms. See if you can drop those hips a little bit lower. Take a nice inhale and reach back. Exhale. Hands to the ground. Send that leg back into your 3-legged dog. Take it up and open into your wild thing by kicking your butt. And plant that back into your downward dog. Chest to knees. Switch sides. We're going to take right hand to the left ankle and reach that hand back forward. Bring our foot in between our hands and send that arm up into GSA. And drop down the back knee, down the back foot, and reach for your back foot. You can go ahead, take a full pretzel. Nice deep breath. Go ahead, release that foot. Let's bring the hand back around, send it up. Sorry, hand's gonna stay up for a moment longer. Reach it up onto your fingertips. And then let's hover that hand. And then finally reach your top arm forward. Sink it down so you've got your knee right over your ankle here. And reach. Nice inhale, reaching back. Exhale, hands down to the mat and send it back. Three-legged dog and wild thing. And let's bring it back down to downward dog. Push the chest towards the knees. Come up onto those tippy toes. You want to curl one under at a time, stretching the front of the foot. And then let's walk your feet wide to the edges of your mat, and we're going to crawl back into a low squat. Use your elbows to push those knees out. Settle into a comfortable squat with the feet on the ground. It might be a little higher. I'm going to put hands on the ground and reach up one side, looking up at the ceiling. And we're going to do 10 times, alternating that reach. Three. And 4. 5. And last 5, 4, 3, and 2, and last one. Let's plant the hands and we're going to crawl it out onto our hands and knees, quadruped position. Let's take a cat-cow before we align our spine. Push the hands and knees away from each other, inhaling into cat, and exhale. Pull the hands and knees together and squeeze. Come into a neutral spine. We're going to reach one arm forward, thumb up, and then twist around and up, reaching for the ceiling. Keep your hips over your knees. Take that hand down, exhale, and dive through. Shoulder down to the mat. Take a nice deep breath. See that your hips are over the knees. And if you'd like more of a stretch, you can take that top arm, crawl it up so it's reaching overhead, bicep to ear. And if you'd like even a little more stretch, shift your weight to the side so that you can stretch out that leg so you have a nice big open side. You've got a reaching arm and a stretching leg. Slide that knee back in. Slide the hand back. And on our next exhale or next inhale, I'm going to take a nice deep breath in and open all the way back up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And hand back to the mat. I'm going to do the other side, reaching the hand forward first. And then open it around and up to the ceiling. Then take it down, exhaling. You want to crawl that top arm overhead. And extend that same side, that leg. Nice deep breath. On your next exhale, let's slide that knee back in. Slide that hand back in. And inhale, open up. Let's take another cat-cow here, inhaling into cat. Exhaling into cow. Coming to a neutral spine. We're going to do a little overhead stretch. So one arm is going to go straight out. So your hand is palm up, thumb out, and pin that arm down. We're going to rock back, keeping that spine neutral. So that shoulder gets a big overhead stretch with that twisted, externally rotated palm. Think about pushing your hand down into the ground. Exhaling, letting it stretch. Take a deep breath in, come up into quadruped again. We'll switch sides. Twisting the palm up, arms straight into the ground, and exhale, rock back. Push the hand into the ground and deeper into the stretch. And deep breath, come on back up. Quadruped, one last cat-cow. Inhale and exhale. You can come to neutral, cross the legs and push back and shoot those legs forward so we're in a tall seated position. I want to pull those toes back to the face, open up the backs of the knees to the ground. Make sure your sit bone is neutral. We're going to inhale. Hands go up, palms facing each other. And exhale, hinge forward at the hip, keeping the back straight. Let the hands fall at the ankles, calves, or the heels of the feet. Inhale, make that spine longer, and exhale, pull it a little deeper in. On your next exhale, slide it back. I'm going to cross one leg over the other into a figure four, and let's push on the knee out slightly, pull on the other foot in, so we open up that hip, sit nice and tall, pulling that chest through the shoulders, and then we're going to take it up with the hands again into another forward fold from our figure four. Nice inhale, stretch, exhale, fold. Nice deep breath through this hip work. And slide it back. We're going to take this leg and then the other leg, keeping this one bent onto the ground. We're going to take the other leg, cross it over, and then pull the leg that we just had crossed down to the floor. We want to feel stretch on the inside of our hip for this, as opposed to the outside, which we just did on that forward fold. Nice deep breath. See if you can pull that knee a little further towards the floor. And let's let it roll back up. We're going to uncross and then release both legs nice and straight. Take a forward fold in the middle. Inhale, stretching tall, exhale, hinging forward from the hip. On your next exhale, slide those hands back, and we're going to cross the other leg for a figure four on this side. I'm going to push on the knee. Pull on the foot, let that open up. And we'll take our forward fold here. Hands up and inhaling, exhale into that stretch. Nice deep breath. See if you can take it a little deeper. And then exhale. Gonna slide those hands back. The cross leg is just gonna go onto the ground, still staying up. Then we're gonna cross the other leg over and pull that leg down towards the floor. I wanna feel the stretch on the inside of the hip here. If you're not feeling the stretch, try sitting a little bit taller, pulling your chest forward. Nice deep breath, exhale, and roll those legs back up. We can uncross, slide forward, and take one last forward fold. Stretching nice and tall, exhaling into that stretch, nice straight back. Pull yourself in using your legs or feet. Slide those hands back. We're going to take it to a straddle. So if you want to go to the middle of your mat here and take those legs wide. And you can give it a little shake internally and externally. Rotate those legs. Just let the hips waggle, the femurs roll. And then let's get the hips involved, tilting the pubic bone forward towards the ground. Rolling back, sit bone towards the ground. Roll forward, toes are going to roll down, pubic bone to the floor, roll back, knees out, tailbone tucks under. Let's roll through 3 more, stretch and tuck that pelvis. Roll the femurs forward and back. Feel how the pelvis and the femur rotation work together here. Now, hands to the center. We're going to walk ourselves, so we're twisting our chest so the leg is centered, and just walk it down as low as we're comfortable, keeping that back nice and straight, just like we did on our forward folds. Nice deep breath. See if you can pull it in a little lower. And then we're going to stay low, walk yourself over to the middle. And just like our forward fold again, straight back. See if you can inhale, stretch tall. And exhale, fall deep into that stretch. And then staying low, let's walk it over to the other leg. Walk it up to seated. Turn back to center. Let's grab hands under the knees, pull them up and in. Go ahead, hold on to both feet, soles of the feet together. Give them a nice squeeze. Squeeze your butt, pull your chest forward through your shoulders, nice and tall. And to finish today with a little feet treat, let's do one at a time. You can take your foot and you're going to weave your fingers in between each toe, like you're holding hands with your toe. Once you've got the knuckles all the way up there into the knuckles of your toes, you can squeeze, roll. Let's give that foot a nice breakdown into those little toe joints. Now squeeze those fingers and pull like you want to pull all the skin off your toes until it comes free. Give that foot a nice roll top and bottom. Get the skin moving. See if you can roll it into a little croissant. Can you twist up your foot? Just get everything in there moving. And then let's move to the other foot. So same thing to start. Let's get our fingers in between each one of the toes here. So we're holding hands And just give those toes a nice little circle around, folding massage, stretching and rolling. And once we've got that foot nicely warmed up, go ahead, give it a squeeze and pull until your fingers come free. And then we can give the foot a nice massage. The top, the bottom. Can you roll it up into a little ball? Can you twist it like a wet rag? Excellent. All right, give yourself a nice pat on the back. Thank you for showing up on your mat today, doing some outside mobility work, or indoor if you're indoor, wherever it may be. Hopefully you feel nice and juicy. If you were able to do the kettlebell flow this morning, good for you. If not, go back and check out that flow, because that would go great after this, now that you're nice and warmed up. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. We've got a 30-minute core class with the kettlebells. So until then, take care of yourself. Thank you for this little self-care, self-love. It's all one and the same. See you next time.